Detroit, we have inspired the world through our fashion, films, TV shows, and especially music. Whether you call us Motown or the Motor City, we are the culture. Detroit welcomes you to the Culture Conversations podcast. AT Network presents the Culture Conversation podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Thompson II. Man, we got another family member on the couch, y'all.
Thank you, brother.
Not just him, but this whole family. When you say your whole family is legendary, that's something to, the things that y'all have done in the city of Detroit and across the country.
I received that.
Yeah. It's just a fact.
It's a blessing.
It's a fact.
It's a blessing.
Man, it has not been too many artists, especially coming out of our community, that you guys have not touched. You've touched a lot of people's careers. You've actually played a role in launching a lot of careers. So what I want you to do right now is tell everybody your full name so they can really hear it, and then let's start talking about your story.
My name is Sulaiman Mausi, Sr., born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, graduate of St. Martin de Porres High School, class of 91. Left Detroit upon graduation, went down to North Carolina Central University, graduated from there in 1997. Came back to Detroit upon graduation because when my grandmother got sick, you got to come home and help take care of the family.
For sure.
Ended up getting married with kids, all of that. And then
married a beautiful queen, my girl.
So let me plug her in now. So we've been married 25 years now. So we got married, moved back to North Carolina. So now I'm back and forth. That's the Cliff Notes version.
Man, I know about that back and forth.
Yeah.
But you was smart. You go back and forth with your wife.
When is possible? You know what I'm saying? When is possible? You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of times that I traveled without her. You know what I'm saying? And it put a burden on our family and our marriage. You know what I'm saying? But we survived it.
You survived it.
Yeah, survived it.
You survived a lot of things.
Yeah.
You survived some career ups and downs.
Yeah.
You survived COVID when a company was totally shut down and y'all. I work for Live Nation. I know what they did to the touring business and to the live concert business.
Yep.
So let's go. I want to start where you got started with live shows.
My first live show was actually working on as an adult. Was in Roxborough, North Carolina when I was still an undergrad with Big Daddy Kane in Roxborough, North Carolina. When I was doing parties and stuff like that, It's actually Kane, that's my man, shout out bro if you ever see this. But way back then with my dude Brian, we was, figuring out the party scene in North Carolina. That was my first one as an adult. As a child, my mother worked for under the Coleman Young administration, and she produced plays and events and things like that. So I kind of grew up behind the scenes. I didn't understand, she was over the Council of the Arts.
Yep.
So, being behind the scenes, running around as a kid, I used to look around, but I didn't understand it. So I've been around it, behind the scenes my whole life. But then I started doing parties in college. And then when I moved back to Detroit, kind of tripped into doing live shows.
And this is interesting about you. Tell everybody what you got your degree in college.
My degree is in history. I have a history degree.
And working in entertainment, break it down.
What happened was I started off as a business major.
Yep.
And I hated statistics, so I was going through a transition.
Business statistics, I got an A and I loved it.
Oh, I couldn't stand it. You know what I'm saying? couldn't stand it. You know what I'm saying? Who uses that? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? It was something that I did enjoy.
It was hard.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I studied my butt off. It was hard.
Yeah, see, I wasn't I was a 2.5 student all the way through. I wasn't that guy, that studious guy. But I didn't enjoy it. I was thinking about dropping out. My mother was like, "No, you ain't dropping out. Just major in something that you like." And most people, pivot afterwards. And I always enjoyed history. I actually thought I was gonna be an archaeologist when I was a kid. You know what I mean? So,
wow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I've just been in history, so I was like, become a history major, and that's what I did, you know. But surprisingly, I do use that degree a lot when it comes to contracts and writing and this, that, other. That all do well.
Because is history in the English department? Is it connected?
Yes and no. You know, we had our own history department. You know what I'm saying?
You had your own. Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, but, you know, and, you know, tracing patterns and things to repeat themselves and things like that. But really, the reading, the analytics, and the writing skills,
that's what I thought.
Still use that to this day with contracts and stuff like that. So it doesn't matter what you know, a lot of people don't work in their degrees or whatever. But, you know, it's important.
Transferable skills.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You start something in college and you finish it.
Yeah.
That's the, you know what I'm saying? That's the key, see your way through.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought that was interesting about you when we was kicking it at your office one day when you was all like, yeah, man, I majored in history. I looked like, history?
History.
Where'd that come from?
I got the History Channel, all that, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
All that stuff, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it.
So what made a D-boy go down to North Carolina? Like, how did you make that stop?
Speaking of my family, I have family from North Carolina.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
My grandfather, Nathan Garrett Sr., was the first black CPA in the state of North Carolina. So then,
everybody gets you a CPA. If you got a business, you better have a CPA.
Yeah, you need a CPA, certified public accountant.
Yes.
If you don't know what that is, but so my grandfather had an accounting firm down there. So I got a book. You can read about it. You know what I'm saying? But what happened was I was actually. It's a true story.
Plug the book real quick.
All right. It's called The Power of Us. I forgot the whole title. I'm gonna kill me, but it's called The Power of Us. Family and business. You know what I'm saying? So my wife and I wrote it during the pandemic. We could talk about that later if you want to, whenever you want to. But in the book, I talk about a story where I just graduated from high school, and I got hanging out with my dudes right there on 12th Street. Right there on Longfellows, my cats, everybody from, real Detroit cat, But one of my cats came through with a bass head rental, some of your old head, your young cats don't know what that is, but my dude was hustling and he got it from a bass head. So he driving his car, so we getting drunk off of old English, this, that, other. I said, man, let me drive. So I swung around Calvert and stuff, but long story short, I hit the tree across the street from my house, drinking and driving, 17 years old. So I got laid on the couch. I thought I was gonna die. I said, man, I ain't telling my mother. I'm just out of here. So, but praise God, I woke up the next day.
Oh my God!
and
people used to be so scared of their parents that they're willing to die before they tell their parents they messed up.
It was all bad. I said, I ain't doing that. Literally, a car crashed across the street from my house, and I went right there in the day. As soon as you walk in the door to the left, went to sleep. But 48 hours, basically, I was in the car. We was on our way to North Carolina. Got dropped off. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I had my grandparents there, some cousins and stuff like that, my uncle, but I ain't know anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cat from the D, and it was a big adjustment too, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Down there, I was tripping. The cops rode one deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
2 or 4 at the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? It was like.
Was it the big 4 in the back of there or big 3?
Oh, it was big 4.
Big 4. My dad used to tell me about the big 4.
It was just a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they tear you up. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no big 4. The cops actually stopped at red lights. Wasn't no bulletproof glass behind the. You go into the store. Wasn't no bulletproof glass behind.
Well, they know what that look like.
I was blown away. You know what I'm saying? And and I just after you get through the shock of it all, then the women were 30 to 1. I was like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? I was in heaven, you know what I'm saying? So,
30 to 1. That's some crazy numbers.
Man, that's some crazy numbers.
That's some crazy numbers.
So that was, attending the HBCU before it was the end thing and this, that, and other. It was definitely a life-changing experience, you know what I'm saying? When you grew up in Detroit, it's like, what up? You know what I'm saying? So you ready. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They've been through all the scraps and all of that. But they say, what up? How you doing? And they really mean, what up? How you doing?
They really asking how you doing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Complete culture shock, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I ended up in North Carolina.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's why I live there now. You know what I'm saying? Moved back. Cheap car insurance, nice weather. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You really live in both. You back and forth so much. It's crazy. I mean, you're running venues all over, bro.
Yeah, man, it's like I said, it's been a blessing, man.
It has.
It's been a blessing. Yeah.
Man, it ain't even right if your family not here making sure these shows is going properly, man.
Yeah. It's like I said, this is our 21st year of running the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater, which we run, formerly known as Shane Park, for those of you who know or don't know. And it really has been a blessing. Not to myself. I hope it's been a blessing to the community.
Oh, it has been.
Yeah, so
It's people that's literally grown up there.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people.
That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? What's up,
People have their season, their summer season tickets, you know.
Yeah.
So,
come out and support us. It's been a blessing not only to raise my family, but one of the things that I enjoy the most, and I mean this sincerely, is the ability to employ other people.
Yes. I definitely do that.
So every year for 21 years, we've had interns and, that look like us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I always try to have black men and black, you know what I'm saying? To teach them that there's another side of the business instead of being the dude on the stage with the microphone.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that you're saying that, and we thank you for being a board member for Entertainment University.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and it's just like you bring that piece to the youth, and so
it's my first board. I've never sat on the board before.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I never have.
I'm so honored, man.
I've never been asked.
Wow.
Never been asked.
Well, I'm gonna give you my next ask. I need you to come talk to the kids that you sit on the board for.
Done deal.
Thank you.
Done deal.
So we're gonna
100%.
get your schedule when you
talk to kids and stuff, but I've never sat on the board.
Wow.
Yeah, first one. Yeah.
Man, it's an honor.
Yeah, man.
That what's such a blessing with that? And then it's a board in helping youth in something that you do.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, anything I can do for the youth, always have, always will. Try to give back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And make a difference.
Oh, yeah. Definitely doing that.
So I appreciate the invitation for real.
Yes,
you know
sir. Yes, I appreciate the yes.
Yeah, so bear with me as I learn how boards function. I mean, I know from dealing with boards, but actually being on this side of one, you know what I'm saying, it's a different thing. So,
oh, yeah.
Looking forward to the experience.
Man, we gonna make it happen.
Yeah,
we definitely gonna make it happen.
Absolutely.
So, like, when it comes to you, it's just you and your brothers that really run everything, right?
Well, my mother, she's the boss.
Yeah, I know your mom's the boss.
She's the boss.
I know.
Clear, yeah.
But I'm talking about when I see everybody moving around, all that. So, like, when it comes to the brothers, who is the lead-off brother? Like, who? You know what I'm saying? You know the question I'm asking, like, who's the go-to brother? Who's the lead-off brother? If I can ask that question, mom be like, your brother said.
Well,
did you talk to your brother?
Well, she ain't gonna say that. You gotta talk to her. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I'd probably say, and honestly, next one is me.
Okay.
Just because, my position, I overlook all of it.
All the operations.
All the operations.
Gotcha.
With the most experience and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
I'm not saying they may say different, but
I get
it's probably me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to. No disrespect to them at all.
No, I mean, all y'all doing y'all thing.
You know what I'm saying? But
everybody has.
I would honestly say that. You know what I'm saying? So,
everybody has etched out their line.
Yeah.
And you know what? I respect what you just said. You say, "Hold on, Mama the boss."
Yeah, she's the boss.
Mama, hold it down.
Yeah. Make no mistake about it. You know what I'm saying? That's we get into it. You know what I'm saying? But
it's natural.
But at the end of the day, as of right now, until she retires, she has the final say. So.
This is interesting. How do you balance working with not just your mama, your wife, your brothers, your whole family? And from what we see when we come around, y'all all get along very well. How do you manage working with your family? Because it does, I know it goes home.
Oh yeah, it goes down. The key is we don't hold grudges.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you in the business, anything can happen on the show day. You know what I mean? But you don't hold grudges. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, we love each other first. And then, but I can't, if I'm still mad at something about 30 days ago, sometimes stuff hurts and I'm sure, it goes both ways, but to hold grudges, you're only hurting yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we let stuff go. You know what I'm saying? Say your piece, move the fuck on. Can you cuss on
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
just checking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
You say your piece, this is what it is, and that's that. You know what I'm sayan? You ain't gotta like it. When my mother get into it, I'm gonna say what I gotta say. You do not have to like it. And I know your decision at the end, but you're gonna know exactly where I stand.
So y'all have an environment to where you can speak freely.
Yeah.
Respectfully,
Respectfully,
but freely.
Yeah.
Because y'all still family. One good thing is y'all ain't trying to tear each other down.
No, absolutely not. And you know, but you deal with people with respect.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it's me, you, my mother, this, that, other. You treat everybody with respect.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you agree with them or not.
Mm-hmm. So break it a little bit down to us about the business. Like, how actually does the concert business work? Like, the way that you guys, not saying give away your secret sauce, but for people that's inspiring promoters or venue owners or any of those things, like, how did you get started, and then how do you sustain?
One of the best pieces of advice that I can give that a lot of people don't like to do is I encourage you to actually learn the business. Because a lot of people, you know, they got money, sometimes legally and illegally or whatever the case may be, and they go, I want to do a show, I want to be a promoter. It doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You need to learn, it's a business like any other, have realistic expectations. Mm-hmm. Most importantly, a budget. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have no budget,
you ain't got nothing.
You done. You know what I'm saying? You flapping in the wind, you know what I'm saying? You learn how much transportation costs, because that's where I got my break during transportation. So, you know, learn each aspect of the business is really worth more than your money. Because once you know what you're doing and you decide you have a passion for it and you work at it, I would say if you make the plan, write the plan, God will bless the plan.
Amen.
You know what I mean? But if you just out there yap, oh, I got this I just sold 10 keys and I want to do blah, 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 they're going to charge you double. You don't know how to buy talent, how to do, you don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got great pictures with somebody with a chain on, standing next to him, but you lost $200,000. You know what I'm saying? Happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised. So that would be my advice, is just to learn, spend your time to actually learn. And that's any business, because my business is no different than if you sell toothpicks. The same things apply.
Same as a grocery store.
You know, same as a grocery store. You know, so learn the business, prepare to take humps, but learn insides and all revenue streams. So that would be my thing. You know,
and how have you been able to sustain through all you've been through? Can you talk about that a little bit, like getting through the pandemic in this business? Like, how did you do that? Because a lot of people shut down permanently.
Yeah, they did. One, you know, wasn't me, it was God. So I always give God the glory first, because if I start taking credit for something that, you know, then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem. You know? But what we did during the pandemic, you know, because nobody knew what was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It started pivoting. It's like, okay, I don't know what's going to open back up. My wife and I started a trucking company, and I said, okay, we'll find something that's always make money, and I'm going to diversify again, never let this happen to me again. But for the entertainment part specifically, what I did was I called one of my partners, and Cliff Note version again, we formed a company called the Black Promoters Collective. And then what we did was, got to rewind just a little bit, we put that, you know, for y'all who don't know, it's a group called Escape that we brought back together, put together, did their first show together at the Aretha, which was formerly known as Shane Park. And so we started, we came together and had a smaller company called Promoters of Record. It was 4 of us. It was me, Shelby, Bill, and Rick. But we came together because an agent introduced Shelby and I, and we was like, they are picking us as independents apart, raising the price against us. So we came together, we put that group back together, and as soon as we put them back together, instead of us getting the tour, another major company got the tour, and they went on to do $16 million a year. So that hurt. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's life changing money. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. But so when the pandemic came back up, you know, listen to the spirits, like, you know, I called Shelby and I was like, yo, let's call them, but let's get everybody on the phone and figure it out, because we figured the big companies, I'm not gonna, you know, say the names, one of them you work for, and there's a few of them. We figured they gonna figure out information, but we started a weekly call just to start figuring out, because we all had shows and stuff up, you know, how to survive, what's coming next, you know what I'm saying, what are the rules, and, you know, sharing information, what are you hearing, what are you hearing? So we started off with maybe, I say 15 promoters, maybe 20. So we caught the ones nationwide that, you know, paid their bills. So we started setting up these weekly calls, and then, you know, people started falling off or didn't, you know, like the way somebody talked to them and this, that, you know what I'm saying, all that kind of stuff. which is perfectly fine. And then a pivot here was like, okay, this is what the policy is going to do, because we have to follow what the people actually with the money that owns Ticketmaster and everything else. Okay, so these are the policies that are coming up. Okay, there's maybe a path through, but what's next? How do we make ourselves stronger? Mm-hmm. And that's how we form BPC, what's known as Black Promoters Collective.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come through and get into the touring space so we can buy the talent, not let what happened with. And I probably shouldn't have named that group, but it's out there now. But
okay.
happened, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. What happened with us with them?
Yeah.
Not happen again, you know.
Yeah.
So we came out. We getting straight into touring and come out swinging, and that's what we did. So we dropped. Maxwell was the first major artist to believe in us. So we did the Maxwell, Anthony Hamilton, and Joe.
I love Anthony Hamilton. That's the homie.
That's my dog. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I told him, if you come to Detroit one more time and I don't get to see you, bro. We talk on social media. I'll be like, bro, I better see you next time you come.
Man, yeah. Manager Eli is my guy. And, lived out in Charlotte. But, so we came out swinging with that. Then we came back with New Edition, Mary J. Blige, and on and on. That first year, so we did like almost, I think, 180 million in business. Gross revenues coming out.
Did y'all hear these numbers?
Yeah, it's a true story.
180 million in revenue.
Yeah, I wish it was net, but that's all right.
It don't matter. Them real numbers, bro.
Yeah, but we decided we were going to form something that, and it ended up with 6 companies. So 6 of us, we came together and we're still together. We want to make sure that, we want to build something so that our community could benefit from what's created. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What we create is what we control.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go to these big companies. Sound and Light's all the same.
Yeah.
We're not asking for the homeboy hookups. We just want the opportunity to tour you.
Yeah.
Pay you the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we are.
Man.
And that was the pitch.
And that's like, I'm going to say why that's difficult to do, what y'all did. Because a lot of times it's not the artist that's negotiating that deal. Mm-hmm. You don't even talk to them. They might love you. You know how that go. Like, you meet them, they love you, whatever. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times you dealing with agents, you dealing with managers, and they like, I know over here, this money guaranteed. Yeah. Even if it don't even sell, they got the back end to make sure that. And so what y'all did is commendable. Because I remember when we came back from the pandemic, first thing we did was Dave Chappelle special. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing we came out the gate. It wasn't no music. It was Dave Chappelle special, dealing with all the rules and keeping everybody safe. Yep. And it was a hit. Mm-hmm. And that was actually, what's funny was when I came home from Disney Marvel Studios, I came to shoot Dave Chappelle special. And then came to the and did that. So it was just like, crazy how I got a chance to like still do music, but then come into this whole TV film space. Mm-hmm. So
it was a pivot time for all of us.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of when something happens, how are you going to adjust?
The pandemic is what made me look at TV film. Because, I've been doing music so long, I was eating good, I'm straight.
Right.
A good career, I'm good.
Right.
And that hit, we was shut down totally. I'm like, oh, shoot.
Yeah. When it get real when you have wives and kids and this stuff. Like, I gotta figure this out.
I gotta figure this out. That mortgage still coming.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? That for bands or whatever, that we're gonna last for so long. You know what I'm saying? Some gotta give. You know what I'm saying? We from the D, we gonna hustle.
Yeah.
We gonna figure it out.
We gonna figure it out.
You know what I'm saying? Some bread is coming behind the calls. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying?
So man, y'all put together the ultimate team with that. And that's beautiful.
Thank you.
So I heard you before say, we was backstage one day, and I heard you say the vision is to be global. Mm-hmm. What's the vision?
To be global.
But what's the vision? That you can tell us? Like, what's the vision? Like what are y'all going to do next?
I can't
you can't tell it all, yeah.
I can't say everything, but we're just getting started. There's no, there's no reason for us to stop and do what other companies do because we can provide the same service.
Yeah.
So if you see something out there, seen or unseen, we want to be in a position to be able to adjust and get into film. You know, we got festivals now, and this, that, other, you know what I mean? So we got Jazz in the Garden coming back up. We just took that property over. So and there's one project I wish I could talk about.
No,
you know what I mean?
But, you got to protect yourself.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of opportunity out there. You know, you just have to really be clear. You know, execute the vision, and you know, why not us?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that. I love that about you.
There's nothing stopping us. I've been bankrupt before.
Yeah.
So if the worst thing I can do is go be bankrupt again, okay.
I'm gonna get it back. You know what?
It don't even hurt that bad. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what's crazy?
You know what I mean?
A lot of people are scared of people like you, because when you've been through the worst of the worst, you know, outside of health, when it's just monetary, and you had the knowledge and the wisdom and know-how, it's almost like you can't be stopped. I can bounce. This too shall pass.
Look, if you can operate at zero, why are you having fear? You know what I'm saying? You've been broke. You know what I'm saying? You ain't had, you know, I got to figure this out, hustle this back up, and, you know, because if you don't come back up, you're going to die. So you lived, you didn't figure it out, and came back up, and this, that, other. Why are you scared?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why scared to go? Why be scared to go for it? You know what I'm saying? Why be scared to go? Why? Let me say this to somebody who needs to hear this. Why be scared to quit your job? Why? You know, I did. I walked out of Detroit Historical Museum, right around the corner, not too far from here. That was my last job, April 29th, 2003. Walked out of there with basically no savings, no money, and I ain't pushed the clock for nobody else since then.
I was on my way. I was just about to come out of college.
I was out. I was out. That was my last job. But that job inspired me to know. Well, it's two things that I don't want to take up all your time, but it was two things that inspired me to know I was gonna have to work for myself. The first one was I caught a felony in college. You know, hustling down in North Carolina, this, that, and the other. I caught a charge. Left that life alone. You know, got through that, and then, but you know, I was going to get my Series 7's license. You know, I had a degree, I graduated, this, that, and the other. I was going to get my Series 7's license, and I told them that I had a felony. Yeah. Up front, went through the course, but when my wife was pregnant with my son at the time, and you know, so they still let me go through the course. The night before I was going to get my Series 7, it's like, sorry, we can't bind you. You're done. I said, well, I told y'all up front. Yeah. Tuck my wife away. You know, talk about it in the book. He'll put the link up and stuff for you. But, you know, it's, you know, so put her to bed, went downstairs, damn, what the fuck am I going to do now? You know what I'm saying? This baby about to pop out any couple months away, and I'm fucked. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but the second part was, you know, ended up recovering from that, did some teaching kids and this, that, and other. Worked at Enterprise Rental Car right around the corner from here on 2nd. But then I worked for the Historical Museum. But I came up with this idea in a meeting. I was doing marketing for the museum. And I came up with the idea called to do living history. It was an exhibit called Techno, Detroit's Gift to the World. And it talked about how techno music started
here in Detroit. I saw that.
Black men, this, that, other. I came up with that idea.
I didn't know that. Yeah. I saw it though.
I wrote every word in it, this, that, other, me and my co-curator. And it blew up around the world. You know what I'm saying?
Especially overseas. It's huge overseas.
This, that, other. So when it came down to it, people started, I'm taking credit for that. Man, fuck, I came up with that shit. And then I was like, listen, it was designed to be a traveling agent. Just keep me on, because I ain't going to work here no more. I'm going to make it $32,500. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. But I told everybody I would stay till it was done, and I did. They said, no, well, we can't do that. Then they got the Detroit Music Award, and to this day, I ain't got one from that exhibit. Man. I sit right here, I never actually got it, and they wouldn't give me 2 tickets for me and my wife. It could only be me. I was like, I ain't going. Never got no award. Never got nothing.
Man, let me say
this. From
that
point, I was like, I ain't never working for nobody else. Fuck that.
I just had this conversation. You know Darren Brown, filmmaker. We just had this conversation because he's not ever received an award. And both of y'all, he done spoke everywhere. Revolt, film festivals, curated it, all that. And y'all are legends, man. And I know that y'all want y'all respect and all those things. But I just know, like, look what you're doing globally right now with live touring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't be denied.
I appreciate it, bro.
You can't be denied, man.
But it's not about denying. To me, it's really about, anybody wants to get a pat on the back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they recognize
I'm
your
not used to be in
respect.
front of the camera. I think it's my second podcast ever being on. You know what I'm saying? So I
thought I got another first out of you. God dog it.
Second. Second I can think of.
Second ain't nothing but the first loser.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Either your first or your last, Ricky Bob. You know what I'm saying? That's it, But it's, it's not about the words, but it was really motivation for me to know that since at the time, now my record's been expunged.
Yeah. I was going to ask you that too. You already said it. I was going to ask you
I
to
got
get
it
it expunged.
Don't be afraid to go get it expunged either. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Cost a few $1,000s for a lawyer, had them do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And boom, you know what I'm saying? It took a while, so now I'm good. But I said at that point, I'd never let somebody else dictate how I can take care of my family. So
That's real.
I've been working for myself since then.
That's real, man. And that's what we trying to work on. Me and my wife, we teaching our kids, like, we let them be around. We let them watch us and hear the business so that they can, and I know you do this with yours too, so they can learn the business and see what avenues they might want to go down. And that's why I'm a huge advocate in teaching the youth, our business, because we're good at it. Absolutely. We love it. We're passionate about it. And then it's so much behind the scenes.
So many different careers.
Just like when I was at Disney Marvel, it was dudes that were lighting techs making 100-something thousand with no degrees.
No degrees.
It's crazy.
Getting these unions.
That's what it was. And you got to know two people to get in. That's how they do it.
We got the first black. Another thing about we got the first black union steward. Because we got time like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And that's no disrespect to anybody white or any, no colors, this, that, other. But these cats, they second and third generations making all this money. Yeah. And people like, you know what I'm saying, that look like me ain't in there. Fuck that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Man, like you said, I tell kids, man, get behind this camera because you can shoot NBA and
all type of broadcast.
$300,000, you're getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Just so, it's insurance, it's transportation, it's lighting, it's there's so many different things.
But you know what I think was key though?
Cats on the stage.
You know what I think was key? Peep what you've done. Your family came together. Y'all created this company, togetherness. Then you and your friends came together, and y'all came together, not worrying about who the top dog, and did $180 million in revenue. The things that y'all gonna do $1 billion in revenue.
From your mouth to God's, we're about 250, 270 now.
Yeah, but
that 180 was that first year.
Ooh, 180 is the first year, but you up to about 270 million now. Y'all gonna hit $1 billion.
Yeah,
y'all gonna hit $1 billion. But my point is the coming together, is what I believe that's the driving force. Like my team and I, we all are like family and we work hard, push together. And I know that's what's gonna take us to the top is our togetherness and one vision, one sound, getting to the top. So I think that's just commendable, what y'all doing, and it's gonna be history made the way you're doing it.
I appreciate it. Partnership is the new black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just what it is. You know what I mean? We got to partnership and learn the business of it. My boy Troy Brown, I shot him out. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my partners.
Okay.
That was, one of his sayings. But, you have to come together and learn business and, put your egos aside the best you can because we all got them.
Yep.
And then you have to realize that, especially for what we do, we have to know that we have to make it work. Because if we don't make it work, it'll take 30, 40 years before somebody else black gets this opportunity.
Yep. Jeez.
That's a lot of pressure.
That is.
You know what I'm saying? I never said that on camera before. I ain't been on camera like that. But we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
We realize that, that people are looking at us.
Just a major opportunity.
You know what I'm saying? It's real talk. If we fail, forget about it for 30 years. Because there was some lawsuits before black promoters. You know what I'm saying? There's books about that. You know what I mean? Learned a lot from what they went through. They couldn't hold it together.
You know what's amazing about what you just said? This reminds me of the pressure that was put on Michael Jackson. like he had to do that transition from the Jackson 5, and they put so much behind him. The way they were talking about how he's gonna transcend music, he had to be successful. If he didn't, it would have closed the doors on a lot of folks.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of us. We have, our people in our culture. We have a lot. Disrespecting nobody else, being politically correct, but it's true. We got to work 10, 100 times harder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because people, especially black men, they look at us like
bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. Now you gonna stick me up? Like, bitch, I got a degree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My bank account will break you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, the other thing I encourage about entrepreneurs is keep your overhead low. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I ain't got a whole bunch of fancy cars, but everything I got is paid for. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Since my mortgage is paid, I can say fuck you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I didn't start making money to learn to say no.
Yeah. Can
you do this? No, I can't. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to go out of desperation.
Yeah.
Because, it don't take me $10,000, $15,000 a month just to run my household no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can get that done. Like, well, I'm still selling this shit now.
Yeah.
Now I got other, bills and stuff like that. But keep your core overhead low. Mm-hmm. We had the conversation before the thing started rolling. I was like, look, get that nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? Give me every, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't call another man's number, but if you keep that low, you know what I'm saying? Keep the flash and the bling and the bottles and all that superficial stuff down. You know what I'm saying? And then live in a comfort zone where you don't have that pressure of saying, oh, I gotta hurry up, I gotta make this $2,000, I gotta make this $1,500, my car note $1,200 plus insurance. What the fuck is you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I wish I would.
really.
I don't know somebody out there, that's fine for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't fine for me. You know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
you on that.
I am not spending $1,000 for some shit for me to drive from A to B.
Nah, everything's everything.
You know what I'm saying?
This was so funny. Like my people laughing at me right now because I was like, I don't even have a car no more. I have some company vehicles,
you know what I'm saying?
but I don't personally have I don't even own a vehicle right now.
Then you in a good spot. You know what I'm saying?
I sold them all. I'm just like, I'm good.
I just don't have the need. You know what I'm saying? I got it.
It's funny in transition.
$1,500. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I live different. I live a lot different than I used to. I live a lot different.
Because of maturity. You know what I'm saying? A lot too, but keep that overhead low, brother. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, sisters, black, white, in general, you know what I'm saying? Don't give it away. Don't give it away the interest and all that kind of, you know what I'm saying? Please, I don't understand. I'm not an ultra car guy either. I know. I
love cars.
Yeah, I don't. You know what
I do. I love cars. I just don't love them like I used to.
Dude, $1,000 a month to fucking drive. What the fuck? Where the fuck are you going? You know what I'm saying? Where are you going? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm going to the Aretha. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost me $1,000 to get there. Yeah. What the fuck is that about? Nah, I ain't doing that. That's just my personal thing. You know what I'm saying? God bless you. You know what I'm saying? You can keep your rims and all that shit. I don't have, but what that does is it allows me freedom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not out there humping for something that's, especially as much as I travel and stuff, it's like, fuck up $1,000. I said, what a good dude. Like, man,
some dudes pay
$1,200.
Some dudes pay $3,500 to $5,000.
Man, listen, you want a vet? No. It's on you, dog. You can have all of them you want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
My thing is now when cars like you funny. I keep one truck, one car. You know, sport. You know, a little fun car. But
hey,
yeah,
I got an RV. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to upgrade my RV, so that's my new thing.
Same. So we're in the same position.
Yeah, but I'm gonna cash out. I'm not.
I can fit in the sports car though, so I'm good.
Yeah. But I don't even drive fast. But see, but whatever you're.
See, you're not a guy that drives. See, that's another thing too. Is I used to hit the track.
Okay, so you're race. You look like.
I used to. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got it in. I mean, I used to. You know, I'm on the west side, but dude, I used to race over there off Connor and all. Yeah, since high school, bro.
Right. No, I used to go to the races. You know what I'm saying?
I was in them.
Yeah. And that's my thing. But y'all was betting for money though. That's you know what I'm saying?
That's for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's a different conversation. But I mean, I know a cat driving $1,500 damn near. He told me he's paying $1,200 and $1,400 a month between car note and insurance, and he traveling 3 months out of the fucking month. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? But, teach down. I'm not here for judgment.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get some financial responsibility here. Keep your overhead low, especially if you got them babies and shit. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, because that's be my focus. You know me, I'm always with my kids.
Yeah,
if I ain't working, I'm with my babies.
Yeah.
And that's my focus. And then my thing is about how do I help, how do I keep investing and helping them grow, So that's what's up, man. We appreciate everything, all this knowledge and jewels you dropping and everything. But give us one more key thing. This is for us that work in the business that are married. How with you and your wife, because y'all do business together, you live together, you're married, you travel together, y'all do a lot together. So what's some keys to keep everything in your marriage fresh, to have that transparency, to keep the marriage healthy? Like, what's some advice or some information you can share with the rest of us?
First of all, I'm going to keep it straight up. Whatever religion, whatever your belief is I put God first. You know what I'm saying? Y'all together, that's first and foremost. But then it comes down to communication. People say that a lot. And, be careful of who you choose. You know what I mean? Look at their, how they were raised and this, that, other. Continue to grow and learn yourself first and communicate where you need to go with your spouse, because, like I said, my wife and I have been married 25 years. And both of us are consistently changing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to make sure that you're in love with this person enough to, no matter what, you can do your best to make it work. And sometimes it does not work out. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was doomed.
Yeah.
You read my book.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you read my book. And I put it out there. I had a baby out of wedlock. You know what I'm saying?
That was a little some people, that was almost suicidal, bro.
I thought I was done.
Yeah.
Done. But, and all that's in the book. Here, put the link up with this. You know what I'm saying? So I have it with me. But we have went through so much that, as a man, first of all, we got to check ourselves. And I had to check myself and get myself together because I was way out of line. You know what I mean? If you make a mistake, own up to it. Check your behavior. Put in the work if you're working on correcting it. If that's something that you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Be a man first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As a man, we're supposed to lead. You know what I mean? Lead by example. When you go through your ups and downs, know that your kids are watching. Be transparent. They don't need to stay out of grown folks' business. But when you mess up, you know what I'm saying, it should be straight up. Like, son, daughter, this is what happened, and this is how we're dealing with this. You know what I mean?
I can't even imagine that conversation.
Oh, man. You know what I'm saying?
To look at your boys.
Man, look. Started with my, the first conversation with my oldest son, Sulaiman, I'd be like, look, Junior's like, man, he was 14 at the time when I had to tell him something like, it was, young, maybe a little bit younger than that. I have to count, but it was Nas is 9 now, so back it off of 23, whatever that is. And I was like, made some bad decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Spending up here in Detroit while they're down there in North Carolina. Again, we moved down there with nothing during 08, 09 when the housing crash. It was upside down. I had to walk away and move down there and expand. You know what I'm saying? So we were going through that. And I was spending 2-3 weeks away time for my family.
Dang.
Just trying to, because, it was tight up here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People looking at it now, we've been through some stuff.
Yeah.
Liens and all types of stuff, you know what I mean? And it's, I'm not making an excuse for my behavior at all. But when you get distracted, it's easy to make poor choices.
Oh, yeah.
So I made some poor choices, and, I got myself into a situation where I can't hide it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, how you gonna handle it? Again, I thought she was gonna leave me, but, when you're going through things, and I got to deal with myself, and I was going through counseling about it. I never forget my pastor went to get pull a book off the shelf. I never forget it. And it was, midlife crisis, this, that, other, men going through midlife crisis. I said, what the fuck is that for? That's for me. I'm like, damn, I'm 35, 36, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought, damn. And you realize, because we don't talk about it in our community, is shit, I don't know, how old are you?
41.
You're on the back nine, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we don't talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people got vets, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's a real thing, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't even occur to me that, damn, I'm midlife for real. I'm feeling great. At the time, I had more money than I ever had, just leaving the streets, and you know what I'm saying? I've got guys in the marriage lives here, this, that, other, pockets good, finally coming out the hole, this, that, other. I'm like, fuck, I'm on the back nine. Didn't even realize it. Didn't realize my needs have changed. How do I communicate with my wife? You know what I'm saying? Making sure I'm getting out of her what I need. You know, this, that, other. So, you know, when you start, we start having real grown conversations about where we are in life and where we're going and how short life really is and the choices that we make, and having that person who can work with you is key. You know what I'm saying? So, just fighting through it, just be like, oh, this is, because if you got a shooter.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know if you got one that,
Yeah.
You got one, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they know when they got a good man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna let no good man go just easy. You know what I'm saying? Because they know the wolves is coming.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of these women out here, they don't give a fuck that you married.
Oh, you get more offers being married.
Oh, my God.
You
know what I'm
get
saying?
way more
And
offers.
when my wife used to tell me that, I thought she was joking, but she knew before I was paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? So it's choose your, don't get one of these rats out here. You know what I'm saying? And I said that for both generations, both sides, both genders, excuse me. But get you a good quality person that puts God first. And then, that you can communicate, that you love to travel. If you're traveling with somebody and you're arguing, don't marry them. You know what I'm saying? I've been on some trips with some married couples and shit. They're arguing and shit like, I ain't fucking with these people no more. You know what I'm saying? They always crumble. You know what I'm saying? But somebody who, enjoys life and enjoys passion, that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody at the end of the day, would you change their diaper? And are you sure they gonna change yours? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got that,
that's real.
Let that motherfucker go. You know what I'm saying? Cut it off quick. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful to my wife, Leslie. Love you, baby. But you gotta, choose right. Have good communication and be straight up with yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Don't make the mistakes I made and others have made. Try to be faithful and all that, this, that, other. But whatever you go through, communicate and be straight up about it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you dropped a lot of nuggets today, bro. I'm gonna say that. Like when it comes to being married in this industry, when it comes to business and the numbers, I mean, you killed it today.
I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I appreciate my brother coming through. Absolutely.
Thank you for having me, man. It's my second one, first board, first of many. You know what I'm saying?
First of many. So we sitting here next to the $270 million man. They on their way to $1 billion. I'm just talking about the revenue that y'all doing.
The revenue is real.
It's commendable.
The revenue is real. From your mouth to God's ears, I receive.
From my mouth to God's ears, that we all gonna go to that level.
Let's go.
And we just thank everybody for tapping in with the Culture Conversations podcast. We want to give you a what up though from Detroit to all over the world, in the state of Michigan. We love you. Peace.